Well, welcome to the Tommy Sandhu podcast, super directors, Pushkar and Gayatri. How are you, first of all? Are you well? Let's check on you first.
Yeah, we just managed to deliver the copy of the film. It's now gone out for distribution. So we actually managed to sleep in the past couple of days.
Oh, well, that's always nice. Sleep is, I think it's kind of essential to a healthy lifestyle. But you know, in that respect, you're both working on the same projects. I mean, the stress levels, the tension levels, the lack of sleep levels. And it's not like, I mean, in my relationship, I unload on my wife unloads on her, but I can drift off because she's talking about accounts or whatever, right? It's a different world. You guys are just mounting the same amount of stress all in the house. It's like it's feeding the stress beast. How have you coped?
Actually, that is the way it is easy to cope. I mean, then you have support. I mean, you have... you go through the same journey. It's easy.
We're doing the same thing. So I think that the fact that there's a pillar to lean on during the whole process kind of kills the stress right over there. And also the stress is never in the head. It's only about delivery times and, the mix needs to get over and stuff like that. We don't get too worked up about most things. So
anything, pretty much.
I think that's credit to you. Clearly, then what you're saying is you can somehow detach tasks that you need to do from stress levels, putting a burden on you. Look at, you're in like a Zen-like state of direction.
Not so much. But I guess the thing is, we enjoy the process of making films. So every bit of the process is something which is exciting to us.
Yes.
So when that excitement level is there, I think
very few people get to do the job they actually like. So that we are very lucky that way.
that all sounds lovely, but come on, you and I know when you're there, you're working 18 hours and you've slept 3 hours last night. You're maybe going to get an hour and a half tonight. You got to deliver, like I said, deliver the reels for the edit, or so there's a problem in the edit and this system's crashed and we're not sure where that file is and blah blah. All of that. Are you telling me that you guys are both still like, it's okay? We have each other. Gayatri and Pushkar and Gayatri got their own little love story going on. What? Come on.
I would say we look at our team, our crew who's helping put all this together. If we are sleeping 4 hours, they're sleeping 1. So it's like, okay, we are at least in a slightly better place where we get that 3 extra hours of sleep. That helps when somebody is going through slogging way more, then you can always look at them and say, okay, at least I'm not there. So that helps.
What if each other are the cause of tension? Have you had to kind of go at it creatively? Have you had to challenge each? Has this tested your relationship in any way, shape, or form?
We're not so dramatic. We're pretty boring, lazy people. I don't think we have the energy to fight.
And so we don't take any stance too seriously with each other. So say I'm saying option A and she's saying option B. We know that if the other person is not liking this option, that there is something wrong with it. It might be something wrong with which we are not able to see, but then the other person is not completely convinced about it. So what we do in those cases is we drop both option A and B and look at option C. There might be something better out there which both of us will get convinced about. So we don't hold on to, no, it has to be option A, no, it has to be option B. We don't get into that tussle. This is something which we discovered, which we realized pretty early in when we started working together, that there's always more options out there. There are always more choices out there. We just have to let go of what we think is the only way to do it and look outside, and there might be a much better way to do it.
You guys are good. You guys should give marriage advice. I'm applying all of this to my own marriage, and I'm just thinking there's option A, there's option B, but I like the fact that you don't go with either of the options. Okay, we have to go with C then. We have to find a new way because we have to find a mutual ground. But is there never an element of, I told you so? Hey, Gayatri, didn't I tell you that? I said it back then. And you said, da-da-da-da. Does that never happen?
No, I think the responsibility for all decision is both of us.
So you can't be told you so.
Yeah. And through our career, we have gone through the whole cycle. We have had things which work and we've had things which just blew up in our face. So
get a drink and say, okay, this time didn't work.
Yeah. At the end of it, it's me and Gayatri sitting over a beer and saying, it didn't work, or it worked.
I like it. I know. I love your approach. So come on, let's talk about working with these two wonderful hunks, Saif Ali Khan and Hrithik Roshan. Does this mean on the next film, do you get, Pushkar, do you get to kind of have two hot female leads to kind of direct? was this Gayatri's chance to enjoy that? She's like, let me do the close-ups. Let me do the close-ups. How did it work?
Vikram Vedha with
make it 4.
Yeah.
But you got a couple of wonderful guys here. You know, so much under their belt. Was there a kind of slight apprehension by going with two very established names like Hrithik Roshan and Saif Ali Khan? Because you guys have the power to say, no, let's go with a couple of unknowns or whatever else you want to do, however else you want to take it. Here you've got two guys that come with a certain level of treatment, I suppose, a certain way you're going to have to approach that in itself.
See, one thing which, like, I mean, of course, their star power is there, but they have both great performance. That was very attractive to us. And for both the roles, we need like really good actors. And when we met them, the vibe you get now, that was actually, I mean, they're still like the most grounded and sweetest people. So so it's a very open set. Like, so they never say, you know, it needs to be done that way. Everything is very democratic conversation. Everything is a conversation. So
we believe a lot in the whole collaborative process of filmmaking. If Hrithik comes with an idea saying like, hey, why don't we think of this beat this way or this scene this way? We will talk it through. I mean, like, see the pros and cons of that. And then we'll come to a mutual decision on what works best for the film. And with Saif also, it's exactly the same thing. So as long as everybody is open to that dialogue, is open to the conversation, good things will happen. The problem starts happening when it becomes a question of ego. If your ego gets pricked, if somebody else says that, or if their ego gets pricked when you say no, then it gets into that kind of tense, moody place, which is not conducive to cinema. So I think the best thing we can all do is talk about it, and you will eventually find a place which everybody is happy with. That is not an impossible goal. There's always that one place which everybody is convinced
and the
about.
Common goal is to make the best film possible. So that there, I mean, if that is the only
that is the
goal,
intent with which everybody is coming in, and as long as we are convinced about that intent, then all conversations with all our creative collaborators is always for the good of the film.
Yeah. No, and you're right. You want everyone to kind of to feel that. But I suppose the relationship with the director and their key talent, I mean, I know across all the board, talent and crew as well, you got to keep everybody motivated. I always feel for directors in that situation because I think like it's all on you. People are going to be, you can't have a tired day. It's like you're the owner of the shop. You can't come in and say, I can't be bothered to open up today. You've got to open up. You've got to deliver, So is that where the duo of you two helps to kind of keep each other spurred on?
Actually, it does. It does.
Really does.
Since energy levels can go up and down, and since there's two of us, we always manage to find the rhythm that if one of us is down for whatever reason, might be slightly sick or didn't sleep enough the night before, then you always know that the other person will drive that bit of the day forward. And this is true for during shoot and especially during post-production.
Actually, it's a huge comfort factor. I mean, I don't know how one person directs the whole film. Manages everything.
No, I don't think we can do that anymore. We got used to the sweet life.
That's nice. You rely upon each other. Okay, just before we go, we're going to wrap things up. Why do people need Vikram Vedha in their life? What will be different in my life after I've watched this film versus before I go into this film?
I think a story well told, which will entertain and intrigue you at the same time, is what we were going for. Something which is, you have these larger than life elements, but they all fit into the graph of the story. So yes, it's a thinking audience's film, which have these great mass moments. So Mr. Rajnikant, when he saw the film, he told us one thing, which we would like to repeat. It's a mass film told in a class way. and it's a class film told in a mass way.
Very good.
So that was his statement. I think that kind of, okay, the man managed to tell something which like, hey, we can use this.
Yep. That's the tagline. We'll put that on the posters. Put that on the posters. That's a great line. And on that note, obviously, just from seeing trailers and everything else, it looks beautiful. It looks action-packed. The guys look incredible in it. Saif looks solid. Hrithik looks solid. So already it feels like it's a cinematic movie. So it's one to enjoy on the big screen as well. So thank you for working together and giving us that. And I know you've got to go. So I wish you all the best with Vikram Vedha. Thank you so much, Pushkar and Gayatri.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.